Nathan, we thought we were going to get a little bit of wind today and throw spinner baits. But right now, there's not much wind. So we'll go back with the Old Faithful.
We have some pretty good luck with swim baits on this lake at this time of year, so we may as well give it a shot again.
That same bait that you caught them all on last time.
Yep.
The water's got a little bit of color to it.
Yep.
A lot of color, really, for Cumberland.
Right.
But I think this could be a ticket to catch a couple good fish.
Yeah, I know earlier this spring, after the rains, as bad as they were, it was just muddy as could be, and the fishing wasn't that great. But we're trying to catch it at a time where that's kind of slowed down, and we've heard a few good reports, and we're just kind of hoping to see what we can catch, really. I'll check a bite.
Got him?
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. It's coming up. It's a striper.
You think it is?
No, it's a largemouth.
Is it?
No, it's a smallmouth.
Is it? Oh, it's a really good fish.
Oh!
Oh my God, dude, that was about a 5-pounder too.
Yeah,
That was
a good fish.
really, really big fish.
I set the hook and I was like, is this a log? Nope, there he goes. That's usually when it's a good fish.
That's a beast. Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Smallie? Smallmouth. Look at that. I love when they jump like that.
That's awesome. He's not bad.
It's not a bad fish. But I tell you what, he just completely, what's he spit up there?
Once he spit up, looks like a minnow or some sort.
Minnow, sometimes shad, yeah.
Yeah.
Just completely stopped my reel. I mean, I was reeling, all of a sudden, pow, it just stopped me completely. So, you know, it's a pretty good sized fish as far as length goes. We'll get
Nice.
going with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll take that for sure.
Oh, here we go. Another brown fish.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, the way they fight, so aggressive. Well, that fish was, I hit that stump and got hung up, shook it up over
Yeah,
it.
you thought you were hung up for a second, it came right over, and that's when you're like, oh, it's a little bigger than the last one.
And got a worse attitude.
Yeah.
And you see you got this really red tint to the eye, which typically you really see that during the spawning season.
Mm-hmm.
Nice fish.
Yep. One of us catch fish right here. Look at the goose back there, right through those.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, another smallmouth. Fired up to be catching smallmouth, but I can't believe they're up here in this trees. There you go. Nice job.
Right in the net.
I'll tell you what, these things provide so much excitement when they start jumping. You're trying to get a net, especially when you're trying to get them out of brush like this.
Oh, yeah.
Now this has the type of bottom structure that you'd expect to catch smallmouth. You got pea gravel and rock, but the shallow in these trees, I would be thinking this would be a largemouth spot, but sure enough, it's another smallmouth.
Take what we can get.
Nice fish.
Sweet.
Oh, you got fish.
I sure do.
Look at that. Spotted bass. Now you just need a largemouth. We'll have them all. Look at that
I
jumper.
go from catching
Now look at that.
potentially a 6-pound fish.
People tell me all the time they don't like throwing these big lures because you can't catch anything but really big fish, and you eliminate a lot of the size of the fish.
Yep.
Now, if you think bass are not aggressive,
That's a spot.
that spotted bass just hit that bait, which is almost
About an
exactly the
inch
same
longer.
size.
He didn't care one bit how big that was.
It's your trophy. I'll let you release it.
Awesome. Always wanted to. That's ridiculous.
Well, Nathan, you and I spend a ton of time in the boat together, but usually not fishing together.
No, it's not often I get to put the fishing rod in my hand and make a few casts like today, so it's been fun.
But you were raised fishing, you love to fish, but now you spend most of your time in the boat. You know, you're behind the camera, kind of producing these pieces that that we do with
Behind
Kentucky.
the camera, behind the desk, a little bit of everything, but
You know, we came out here today trying to replicate one of the best days of fishing.
well, probably not one of it. It's probably my best day of fishing. Between an evening and the next morning, the 24-hour span, it was.
You caught your 3 largest fish of 3 different species all in the afternoon and the morning.
Yep, yeah, but within a span of probably 5 minutes, I caught my biggest largemouth and striper. And then the next morning, we came back and I caught my biggest smallmouth. But I mean, I grew up pan fishing mainly.
Yeah.
When Dad and I would fish, we'd catch bluegill, crappie, because we were taking it home and eating them.
Yeah, yeah.
And so since I've been working with Kentucky Afield and been around you, you're a huge bass fisherman and I've learned a lot. And I've done a lot more bass fishing.
So for people who don't know, you're the executive producer of Kentucky Afield.
Yep, I've been executive producer for a year and a half or so, something like that.
But you also film pieces. You kind of do our planning. You decide what pieces are going to go out and who's going to shoot what pieces and who's going to edit what. You know, the one show that I get asked about the most that you actually were in charge of putting together, and that was limb lining for catfish on the Salt River.
Yeah.
That was a marathon, wasn't it?
That was an all-nighter, but we prepared for it.
Yeah.
We weren't always prepared for everything we had happen.
Hold on.
You're going in.
But yeah, that was a blast.
No phone.
We're very lucky that we get to get out here and do this, but there's a lot of time on the road. And
Yeah, I mean, people always say when I tell them what I do that, you know, well, you got a great job, and my response is always, yes, I do. There's no doubt about that. But like anything, you know, it's a job at some point, and you still got to get up at whatever time and get to the job. But I have no complaints. I'm completely blessed. Growing up in the state, I'm from Owensboro, and watching Kentucky Afield from as long as I can remember, it's just a blessing to be a part of the show and be able to be a part of a department and an agency that truly does great work.
there we go. Finally got one to commit on that crankbait.
He hit it as soon as it hit the water.
Another spot.
Another little
Boy, the
spot.
spots are fat and healthy, I will say that. That's Kentucky State fish right there, and they're so pretty, it's easy to see why.
I'll take a fish in the boat, but I wish it was the one earlier this morning.